Hello, hello. My name is Brittany.
And I'm Kate.
And we are
The Fools.
Join us as we explore everything spiritual, astrological, and overall mystical.
Don't forget to follow your intuition, but more importantly, follow us at The Fools.
I felt your breath at the same exact time that mine. Wow, we're just so in sync. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of The Fools podcast. I'm Brittany.
And I'm Kate. Thanks for being here again another week.
Another month. It is December.
Yeah. And this will be episode 10.
Oh, wow. I love that.
What a good cycle number.
That is a great cycle number. So on the first of the month, people always say it's a really good time to... I always see the TikToks where people blow cinnamon into their front door or bring in money manifestations. So... if you guys are, well, this is going out at the end of the week. So next month on the 1st, think about that. Think about, the abundance you want to bring into your life. I always think that's a fun little reset each month.
I saw a little spell situation on luck, and it was about putting like mint in your tea or getting like a mint tea. I don't know, some sort of tea that has mint in it. And then like... drinking it very slowly, thinking about like all the luck you're trying to bring in, and then you leave a little bit at the bottom and you like splash it out your front door.
I love that. I will say I did try, it's like cinnamon and salt, and then you blow it into your front door so you bring in like new opportunities, but you're supposed to leave it on your floor for 24 hours. The Virgo in me
could not.
I was like, my floor is dirty. This is disgusting.
How many hours did you make it?
I don't know. A few. And then I was like, I just see my dog like stomping through the cinnamon and like tracking it through my house. And I was like, this is not ideal. This is for people without pets or companions. So,
I think as long as you let it soak in for a little while.
Yeah. I let it resonate a little.
There you go. That's enough.
Yeah, it's fine. It worked.
Well, what are we talking about today?
Okay, today we are talking about body tapping. I think is there a special cool name for it?
No, I've heard it referred to as EFT, emotional freedom tapping.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know what EFT stood for till today, so that was interesting. And all my experiences with tapping, like I said, involved manifestations with them. So
like
it was
affirmations.
Yeah, affirmations and just like things that you're manifesting. I don't know, like money or dissolving fear or things like that. You would like repeat a mantra as you tapped to like...
That's the ones I've seen like on TikTok. Like,
yes.
like tap here and like whatever. Which
activate that.
I will be honest. I always was like, nah, I'm not going to do that. Like a lot of things I see, I'm like, oh, that's really cool. I understand that. But for some reason, I was never really drawn to tapping, which is weird because I thought like being a dancer, anything physical would help me make that connection, like manifesting in your body. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, we took a class today and it was my first time ever tapping, but she didn't really focus on EFTs.
No, yeah.
She really went through just like different points of the
meridians.
Body. Yes. So her name is Diana. What is her last name? Diana Osberg. So we took our class at Liberate Yourself in Sherman Oaks. And basically tapping and, well, it's called body tapping, acupressure, massage. So it's based on Chinese medicine. Tapping is an intensely powerful practice that helps you get over your biggest fears and release negative emotions that do not serve your highest good. It allows you to let go of limiting beliefs, stress, depression, and stuck feelings. And throughout the class, she really talked about the Meridian Grids, which are all along your body. And it's weird because like different points of your body would equal different organs. Mm-hmm. That's basically the gist I got of it.
Yep.
And she called the little pressure points little vortexes where your emotion can get like stuck. Which I thought was really cool, like mental image.
Some blockages.
Yeah. So it was nice. This class was very basic. So the class that we took was more like an introduction course to tapping. She really went through like the Meridian Grids with us, which was great because I've never taken tapping. It seemed like you were like the only person in that class that had before.
And I barely know about it.
Yeah. It was like very basic, but The Meridian Grids, do you know anything about them besides like the
No,
organs?
but she was saying that it's the same grid lines that acupuncturists go off of. They just use needles. So they are using the similar, I guess, ancient Chinese body mapping.
You know what's funny? Max actually got me a reflexology foot massage a couple days ago because I just worked like a 3-day really intense work weekend, and it was crazy. Like having them, it wasn't acupuncture, it was acupressure. But when they were like hitting parts of my foot, I was like, wow, I can feel that in my soul. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it was the first time I ever really did anything like that. But I will say, I wonder if it's something you have to do consistently to feel long-term effects of. Because it's not like if I had like indigestion and then I did like a pressure point, then it's like my gas is released right away. Or maybe it is like that for some people. I don't know.
I'm going to say I was getting a little gassy
I did see you burp a few times.
during the tapping. So
it's funny. I was yawning and I was like, it's weird because I'm not tired, but I think I was just really relaxed. But do you want to talk about your experience?
Well, did we describe it well enough? So, yeah, acupressure, we're hitting basic points on the body.
And there's different things that we did. Like, there's like slapping, like really gently. You're not like full on slapping yourself, but you listen to your body to see how hard you should be, like open palm hitting yourself. Or there's like loose fist, or you just hold it down like a point. With your finger.
Or the little beaks.
Or there's a beak where you can like get more of a pinprick or massage out these areas. So basically she went through different areas you can go through. And it seemed like when you get good at knowing your meridian grids, you can use this massaging, hitting technique to help release certain things. Like today we did like a stress one, but she talked about like, how to get migraine relief or try to boost your immune system and stuff like that. So
I think the cool thing about tapping also is that once you go and once you learn some of these techniques, it's free. You can do it at your house whenever.
And I liked that she said, so people use this as a form of meditation because sometimes you're feeling restless and just sitting and trying to clear your mind is not going to work for you. I was like, I bet that I just got jalapeno in my eye.
Oh,
100%.
No.
Me and Kate had some pizza and it's fine. I'm going to ignore that. My eye's burning. For those watching on YouTube, why did I do that? Anyway, what was I saying? I'm distracted now. My eyeball. I'm actually blind, so I'm going to just wrap up the show right now.
Oh my God. First of all, I don't know. Now I'm distracted by your jalapeno eye.
Can you see it?
Yeah, you're not okay. Directly in your eyeball.
It's great. It's really good.
So,
it's so spicy.
Yes.
I would love to incorporate body tapping in with meditation because I feel really restless a lot of times when I'm meditating. So I think it'd be a nice way to like
have
bring
a
it all
rhythm,
together.
focus on something.
Before we talk about our experiences, one thing we almost forgot to mention is Chi Life Energy Force.
Yeah, I was about to go into that.
Oh, before
you died. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, okay. So what you're accessing when you're doing this tapping and massaging techniques is your Chi Life Energy Force, which just basically I think is your own energy field, right? That's what I was picturing. Whenever they talk about Chi, like a lot of times she'd be like, oh, do you feel a tingling or whatever? I thought it was interesting because you do, but you're also like engaging your own body.
Yeah, I think Chi is just, to me, I don't know, I'm not an expert or anything, so don't quote me. Chi is just life force and like energy force overall. Like some people probably refer to like spirit and universal connection as perhaps chi as well.
Yeah.
So I think your inner chi is just that universal energy and life force, personally.
I thought it was interesting too because I was thinking like my little pessimistic mind was like, of course, after hitting myself, my hand is tingling because I was using force. But then I was like, it's kind of like, if you hit a drum and it vibrates afterwards and reverberates, like that's still energy being used and like vibrating off of your physical body. So when I had that epiphany, I was like, oh, so it is still energy buzzing off of me.
Yeah, totally.
I got like too like scientific about it, almost like, well, of course my body is buzzing.
I'm moving it. I'm slapping it.
Yeah, but then when you stop to still feel the reverberation of the movement is interesting.
I was gonna say to the warm up that we did, where we're like slapping back and forth. I have seen a lot of like older Asian grandmas do that in the park across the street from me. Like, they just be doing their Tai Chi moves.
Yeah.
They know what to do.
Honestly, I liked it. It was basically our warm-up was like twisting our upper body and completely relaxing your arms and letting them slap in the front of your stomach and across your back, like your lower back, over and over again. And it did nicely. I was like, I feel like I should do this before the gym.
Yeah, I loved it.
It was really great.
It was great.
It was my favorite parts.
It was one of my favorite parts as well, I think. And then what did we move on to after that?
We slapped basically up and down our whole body. We went down our legs and up and down our arms for our warm-up. And I kind of like that probably the best out of all of it. Just kind of like, you're not I feel like slapping sounds like so aggressive, but it's just like very...
You're listening to your body as well. So, like, for instance, when we're, like, slapping that initial warm-up, I gave myself one good one in the gut, and I was like, feels like that kicked something loose a little bit. Like, ooh.
Bring it back.
That was a big one. But I felt like also, like, I just needed one good hit, and now I can calm it down.
Now I'm grounded.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was basically, I mean, I'm sure there's a pattern to it. But it felt like, going down your arms and back, down your torso, down your legs, and up the back, just kind of warm up. And that felt great. And afterwards, she was like, oh, do you feel your hands tingling? And I did feel like my hands and arms, and even my feet a little bit, had a little buzzing action, which I thought was cool.
I love the idea of tapping also because I think manifesting and any everyday magic you're doing overall is just manifesting or like manipulating energy. And I think it makes perfect sense that there's like energy that perhaps like gets clogged in our bodies sometimes, especially the negative ones. I think like when you tense up, you hold on to fear, you hold on to anxiety, you hold on to worry, and I feel like I can see perfectly how those things can get a little bit stuck in your body.
Well, have you heard of the psoas muscle?
No. Well, yeah, but also...
I wrote a paper on it in kinesiology or anatomy, one of those. It is so interesting. It holds your emotional, like, trauma. It's one of the deepest muscles in your body that connects your spine to your pelvis. And to massage it, you have to, like, almost go get it professionally done because they, like, split your abs from your obliques and, like, really get in there. But a lot of people experience, like, intense crying or releases of emotions because our body does store these things. And it's crazy, like, people are like, oh, I felt that in my stomach, or like even when your heart drops, it's actually your psoas muscle engaging, knowing you're about to get hurt and like clenching to like protect you. Like that's why when you like go off of like a roller coaster or something, your stomach rolls. It's your psoas being like, oh, we're dying, we're gonna die, like please don't. Because it doesn't know. Your logical brain is like, no, I chose to be here. But I wonder if any tapping, because we were doing stuff on the back and the side and stuff, and I was like, oh, I bet that's another way. Because you could also stretch your psoas to help release this emotional storage in your body.
That's interesting. I wonder if there are tapping points specifically for
the psoas,
that muscle.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. I think that also... the tapping made a lot of sense to me on a purely physical level as well because we work out, we're pretty active people. I think that everyone pretty much knows that when you're building muscle, you're like breaking those fibers down. You're like kind of creating some trauma in your body. So like, I mean, that's why recovery massages and things like that are so popular. And it felt like, yeah, man, I'm just going to like move. I had so much tension in my neck. My shit was popping throughout that. So it was just like another way to be very present in my body and recognize that and try to like, move that stationary, stagnant, energy, even physical parts of my body.
Yeah, it's actually interesting because I was thinking when we were hitting pressure points, a lot of them are in your hands. Some of them are in our ears, which is like a place you don't often touch or massage. And then certain points of your feet. And I was just thinking, like, these are neglected parts of your body. Mm-hmm. So if anything, it's just helping bring attention to them, because like we use our hands and our feet every day. But when we get massages, you know, we're focusing on the back or the neck, and to sit there and massage out your palm, I was like, whoa, this is way more tender than I would have anticipated.
Every spot she told me was fucking tender. This one, like, so what is it, like 3 fingers past
above
your
the elbow.
I was like, ow.
Yeah, I think that was like your kidney or something.
Why is this such a tender, random...
Oh no, that was your large intestine. Right? I don't know. I shouldn't quote it like I remembered. But
yeah, I don't. I thought the large intestines was like on your feet and stuff, and that's when I started farting.
You did. Luckily, I didn't smell anything because I was sitting next to you.
We were outside, so.
So you did actually
have
contradict
like kind of
the thing I said earlier. Because I don't know. Like, I guess I didn't. I will say I felt though like a buzzing energy, but nothing when she was like, "This is your heart. This is your whatever." But I really liked connecting your chakras to the tapping.
Yes.
And I think that would help me with like meditating, maybe like going down like my chakra line, or like, what was this one that you liked? The thymus?
The thymus thump.
Yes, which is like right above your sternum, which releases things that help your body heal. I forget what it was called. Something with a T.
Oh, T cells?
T cells, I think, yeah. But when I did that, I was like, this does feel very like nurturing. I don't know why.
And yeah, she also said that it was something about like the mothering aspect of yourself. Like, she's like, oh, it feels like a warm hug or something.
Yeah.
I'm always down for a warm hug.
Always.
If you know me.
I think that one was really, she said that one was like a really important one to go back to. Which is also like, how often are you touching your sternum?
This also, the one was really tight in the front of my calf.
Oh, yeah.
The 3 mile marker one.
Yeah.
First of all, great interesting story as to why it's called that. She said the Chinese soldiers would march for 3 miles and then they would pause, massage.
Oh, basically to find this, you go under the kneecap, 3 fingers down, and then there's the pressure point, which is called the 3 mile pressure point.
Anyway, if it's tender, you're probably on it.
Yeah, it's supposed to help increase your stamina. So the Chinese soldiers would stop every 3 miles to massage it to keep marching on, which is cool. I suffer from shin splints, so anytime I touch my shins, I'm like,
ow,
oh, that sucks.
Uncomfortable. It was very tense on me as well.
Yeah. I liked the tapping. It wasn't as like life-changing, or I didn't get the same like I don't know if euphoric is the right word, but like that after we did the sound bath or when we do the past life meditation, you kind of have this like headspace that's kind of, I don't know if euphoric is the right word,
but like floaty
feeling, which I didn't really get with tapping, but I did feel like connected with my body. So I am wondering if the next step would be to meditate and tap, if then I could get the floaty head feeling along with the body relaxation. I don't know about the affirmations. I still need to get better at doing affirmations. They're hard to put into the routine.
I think that with any energy work, you don't know where your headspace is necessarily going to be. But for tapping in general, for me at least, I think that it's very much like in this earthly physical body. So I wasn't really in that floaty headspace. I wasn't really drifting because I was like very present in the skin suit. Like,
yeah, grounded.
We were doing things for things like our livers and our kidneys. And I mean, these are all things we have, and that's how we exist in this human plane. Mm-hmm. So I felt like it was really like grounding me to this realm and like helping me heal this skin suit.
Yeah.
So I think that's why I didn't feel that like
floaty.
Because I felt like in sound baths and things, like I was like, you know, I'm really like traveling in my mind to like feel like a spiritual place or like deep within myself or something. So I wasn't really going there. I was like going deep with myself in a very like
present way,
physical
I remember
way.
she did say, like, tapping is a great way to be very, like, present and in the moment, which is hard for our minds a lot because we like to live in the past and the future. And I was like, yeah, that is true, because you do have to focus on what you're doing while you're tippy tapping.
And like we said with yoga and things that, like, I have done tapping before, and like I said, it was done with affirmations. It was like very emotional freedom tapping, and I think that's very cool. I think that is, I didn't fully resonate with it when I was learning it and taking this class where we weren't speaking the affirmations. We were just focusing on the different meridians and like different pressure points, and I was really getting to like understand tapping a little bit more without just like repeating a mantra over and over again that I'm trying to get to stick in my life.
Because the mantra is then what your focus is drawn to, and the tapping becomes like a secondary back of your head.
So I really liked learning about tapping without like chanting mantras to myself.
Yeah,
I could see how that could be helpful.
Yeah,
but
we did talk about this. I forgot, like, after the class, how it is nice to kind of focus on one thing, and then when you master it, you can add another layer. Like, if anyone takes yoga for their first time ever, you're not going to be able to hit a meditative place in your mind because you are focusing on the movements and making sure your body has good form so you don't hurt yourself, or so you're keeping up with the class. So it's kind of like, even when things seem simple, like tapping or pressure points or whatever,
or like a simple lunge in yoga,
it's like you still want to put your focus on it until you have mastered, until you've done 1,000 lunges and you know your perfect form, which I have done. 1,000 lunges. I'm kidding. Actually, I probably have done 1,000 lunges. Yeah, probably easily. But until you know that in your body, it's harder to take the next step. So since we're pretty new to tapping, it was nice to just focus on the body.
I think, though, it was a great tool for me because I'm very emotional. One thing I like learned about myself doing therapy was that like I need to be that person that gives myself that emotional care and love. And my therapist suggested fucking hugging myself. And I mean, I love that idea, but don't get me wrong, I'm not really realistically implementing self-hugs in my life, like, as much
You're
as
not just going around, like...
probably should. Like, I mean... I like wait till I'm already fucking bawling, you know, like till like, oh, I guess now I need a hug myself. Like, I think tapping maybe is something I can do a little bit more frequently and regularly, and
probably regulate the body. I should do it. I mean, where you get sad, I get angry. So,
and she told us where's the anger tapping in the
back.
liver.
I think it was the kidneys.
In the kidneys.
Yeah, there was a couple of them that like had multiple, like, oh, this is for like fear, this is for stress, this is for depression, you know. There's a couple of them that have like repetitive uses there. It helps. I think that's really interesting. I want to try tapping along with meditating, in the sense of like when I feel myself get jittery and outside of my body, I think it'd be good to just do a little slapski,
give a little thyroid thud. What is it called? Thyroid thymus thump.
Okay, this is kind of getting off topic, but it's my podcast. I'm gonna do what I want. Please don't click away. But I came across this fucking TikTok. TikTok really runs
your life.
I was gonna say our life, but okay, personal attack.
I'm not on TikTok.
It's probably for the better. But there was this one that was talking about feeling your emotions. And why is that so difficult? You know, we think we're feeling our emotions when we're thinking about our emotions. And this blew my mind when somebody, you know, a therapist says to feel your emotions. And it just means to think about the physical sensations happening within you. Do you feel heat in your chest? Do you feel flush in your cheeks? Think about what it feels like. But our human brain always tries to rationalize or make a story about why the emotion is arising, so we're not feeling it, we're thinking about it. But I always thought that like, feel your feelings meant figure out why you're feeling this. And that was really mind-blowing to me.
Sometimes you don't need to know why. Sometimes you don't know why.
Sometimes I do know why, and I blame other people. So that's... But it's hard to, like, you know, if you're, like, in a fight with somebody, you're like, oh, this is your fault, I'm feeling this way, blah, blah, blah. But to, like, be able to quiet your mind and be like, okay, this is arising right now. Why? Like,
let me take the
what does it
blame
feel
out
like?
of it.
Yeah.
And
just think about it physically.
identify it in myself. What's been triggered.
But not even identify it. Just literally feel it. Which is hard. I haven't been able to really master that skill. Anyway, I get off TikTok now.
I mean, I feel a lot of stuff. I don't know what's happening most of the time.
You should just, instead of thinking about why you're crying, just be like, what does it feel like crying? My eyes are salty little bitches. Mm-hmm. My face is hot. That type of stuff.
I'm going to try that next time. I'll try to be present with it.
Yeah, and tell me how it feels. I don't know where we're at time-wise because we had a little air conditioning mishap. Do you want to touch on the moon's energy?
Oh, yeah. So this is going to be going up on Friday, the 4th. Mm-hmm. And this is a new moon solar eclipse.
We have been trying to do some research on eclipses because it seems like they are not manifestation friendly.
So from what I understand in the astrologers that I follow and have discussed with, I think that eclipse season is basically like a time where like things are active and like happening anyway, and it's
like the universe be going through its own thing.
Yeah, it's already like things are already being illuminated and like shifting, and like things are already kind of like happening in the air, so it's not a great time to be manifesting overall. Like it's a great time to kind of chill and do spirituality and the other ways that you do it.
Maybe try tapping.
Yeah, maybe try tapping. Maybe
Connect
it's
your
meditating. Body. Maybe it's journaling. Maybe it's watercoloring, or like connecting with your inner child. Like all these other things that you can be doing rather just like trying to like
manifest.
Create. Yeah.
It is hard because we obviously manifesting is like the most fun part about spirituality. You want to bring in abundance and bring in all your hopes and dreams and wishes. But if the universe is feeling chaotic, I think it's also important to remind yourself, like it's a time of trust. That's what I'm trying to do for December, is just be like, all right, the universe knows what you want. You be screaming it, you know.
Yeah, you've been putting it out there. So I think, yeah, like anything, it's like good to give it a breathing room. Yeah. So I heard that around December 10th, planetarily, things are looking a lot better for you to continue your manifestation rituals, whatever that's like looking like for you. I know we have the end of the year coming up. People love to vision board. People love to like really
resolutions. I mean, what is a resolution if not like a manifestation of like changing your life?
Yeah, exactly.
I want this new body. I want this new job. Oh, just people like have these goals that they put out there, and all they're doing is setting intention.
And I think that would be like a really great end of December episode, is like talking about goal setting, manifesting, and different ways you can do that, because there's like a freaking million, and it's whatever you really resonate and connect with. So, I mean, that would be a great episode, I think, to do. Yeah, looking forward to that.
That is smart. I think our next couple episodes are actually going to be astrology based, if we get our guests lined up, which we should figure out soon. I'm really excited about it.
You guys are going to get to know us so much more in that next episode about astrology. We're going to be very vulnerable and reveal maybe like our dark shit. I don't know.
Who knows? It's all on the table, but I think December is definitely going to be like a little astrology month for us.
I love that. That's so fun. I think it's a great way to like wrap up the end of the year. Look at us.
Oh, if you guys want to email us at contactfoolspodcast@gmail.com, any of your resolutions you have brewing.
And how you're going to
manifest them.
Yeah. What like actions are you going to do? Are you going to vision board? Are you going to like... Who knows? What are you going to create? Yeah.
Let us know if you have anything. I think that'll be a good episode to like kind of bring together.
To like wrap that into the season with. Yeah. Well, let's pull a card. Yeah, let's do it.
All right. We're using the Orion's tarot deck.
Yeah, I really enjoyed tapping Big Old Jumper.
Was that a jumper?
Yeah.
All right.
He's saying
Should we do 2 cards?
Yeah.
Let's do one more. This one. My strong hand. Oh my god. Bam. Oh. Wow. Let's see what we got.
Wow, I think this is like pretty fitting for that new moon vibe that we were talking about, at least. We have 7 of Pentacles and Death.
We love a death card. The end.
I think, death gets such a bad rap, but it's like the circle of life, baby. Like, there would
Things
be
have to die for more to come.
And you gotta clear space. Like, you gotta spring clean. You gotta dust some shit out. Like, to make room for those bigger manifestations we were talking about, those life goals that you have, you'll probably have to shift some things around and perhaps let some things go, let some things die.
And I think also for the end of the year, it is such a strong time to be like, all right, what is not going to serve me in 2022? Let it die. Do you remember that song?
Yeah.
I've danced so many contemporary.
Yeah, I can only imagine. But also 7 of Pentacles, this like big old majestic raven is just kind of like sitting on his eggs right now, kind of hanging in there, like we were saying, giving it time to do the things.
Yeah, literally, it's exactly what we said. Importance of investing in the present to reap the benefits of a sustainable future. So you're putting down that time and effort and laying down that strong foundation. So the raven's kind of like, look at that. Look at my babies.
And like literally what we're talking about as far as tapping goes, being present, like what that lady said, don't live in the future. You can't live in the past. You got to be present right now.
Yeah, I love that. The death card. Let go of unhealthy, attached, and walk away with your head held high.
And I'm sure we all have some unhealthy attachments we could release.
I think that new moon is going to be some strong, stirred energy, solar eclipse. So
I think I don't know, don't quote me on this. Maybe ask your friends or look it up. But I think that I read also if there's a cord you would like to cut, that this new moon might be like a great time to have some sort of cord cutting ceremony. If there's some like relationship you're just trying to like let go and release, friendships, who knows what that looks like for you. But
that's so interesting because I love watching cord cutting videos on TikTok.
Don't they go like dong? They make like a loud noise.
No.
Oh.
Wait, well, what I was thinking of is literally they take 2 candles and they tie it together with twine. And then like one represents you and one represents like whatever relationship you're cutting ties with. And it's always interesting to watch the flame pattern and like who cuts the cord, what candle like erupts. I just watched one where the girl's candle, she was like letting go of like this unhealthy relationship with her father. And a tiny little flame jumped and was sat next to the big candle. And it was like, they were like, I feel like it's like my inner child like coming to life again and like
wow,
being with me. And I was just like, whoa, like you could just see that story. So I think it's really interesting. Look up cord cutting videos on TikTok.
Anyway, yeah, it might be a great time to do that on Friday. So guys, enjoy your new moon solar eclipse situation. Be
Happy
nice
Sagittarius
to yourself.
season.
Yeah. Do you have any Sag in yours?
Oh, me?
Well, duh.
Oh, I thought you were going to say any Sag friends, and I was like, 1. Actually, 2. No, she's a Capricorn.
Little Flower just had a birthday as well.
Oh, yeah.
Olive did.
Shout out to Olive. I don't think I have any Sagittarius in my chart. Do you?
I think I do, but we'll have to ask Raven on the next episode. And with that...
And that's called foreshadowing. Suck it, bitch! Just kidding. Love you.